the head coach of the Troopers.
Good luck to both teams this afternoon. Looks like a great day. Don't forget the concession stand is open. They got plenty of food over there for you.
Sorry, just checking my notes here to make sure that we're on the air and looking and sounding as good as we possibly can. Beautiful day here in Leander. We talked about it in the first game. Game time temperature in this one as we get ready for first pitch. 68 degrees under sunny skies. A bit of a breeze blowing from right to left. Actually, a pretty good breeze now blowing from dead away center field. So keep an eye on that one. And I had a 50-50 chance. I just noticed the Vipers are going to be the home team in this one. So let me swap out the scoreboard here. Bear with me real quick. We'll try that one, see if that one's right. Oh, I had it right. I had it right already. Okay. Yep, we're all set. So the Vipers are indeed the home team in this one. And we'll give the batting order here for the Eastwood Troopers. It is Ethan Revilla, the center fielder, to lead it off. Corby Wagner, the pitcher, batting second. Isaac Herrera, the third baseman, batting third. Dante Nieto, the right fielder, batting in the cleanup spot. Brandon Gomez, at shortstop, batting fifth. Noah Nunez over at first base, batting sixth. John Delgado behind the plate, batting seventh. Aiden Huante, the left fielder, batting eighth. And Isaiah Zamora, the second baseman, batting ninth. So Revilla, Wagner, Herrera, Nieto, Gomez, Nunez, Delgado, Huante, and Zamora, the batting order for the Eastwood Troopers out of El Paso. Viper defense for this game, number 2, looks like this. Clayton Moore, Peyton Grimm, and Jack Nelson, the outfield left to right. Landon Thomason, Simon Baker, Gavin Shaddix, and Braden Buchanan getting the start at first base in this one. Hudson Lilly behind the plate for this ball game, and Dylan Mulcahy, right-hander, on the hill for the VandeGrift Vipers. Game number 2 of the tournament, 8-2 VandeGrift against 8-5-1 El Paso Eastwood. Happy to have you with us. Email is open. You see it there on your screen, Voice of the Vipers @gmail.com. If you're an El Paso Eastwood fan, welcome aboard. Give us a shout out. Let us know where you're tuning into the broadcast from. And welcome to the Central Texas area. And we are underway as the first pitch from Ethan Revilla. It's taken for a strike, and we're underway here in game number 2. Pitch down low, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Inside corner, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 the count. A little squibber to the right side. It's going to get slapped out in the right field for a base hit. So just kind of muscled that one off the bat handle, and the leadoff runner is aboard for Corby Wagner. Troopers with a color scheme and uniforms very reminiscent of the Stony Point Tigers, who we will see on Tuesday night when VandeGrift resuming district play. The blue and the gold. Wagner, the starting pitcher, steps in here. There goes the runner, swinging a pitch in for a call strike to throw down to second, and it is not in time. Stolen base. Good throw by Lilly, and a good tag put on by Shaddix. But Revilla, very good speed. Stolen base. Strike 1 to Wagner. That ball hit in the air to center field. Pretty well tagged, but right into the waiting clutches of Peyton Grimm, and holding at second base is Revilla, 1 away. 1 out, 1 aboard for Isaac Herrera. Get my scoreboard updated. Sorry about that. Just as we get settled in. Just not a lot of time between games. So we get things adjusted here in the fly. 1 out, 1 aboard for Herrera. Pitch in there called strike one. Good pitch in for strike two. Okay, he's looking good here so far. One ball, two strikes. There goes the runner. Hitting the air to the right side. That's a little flare, and it's going to drop in there for a base hit, and that's going to score the run. Mishandled out in right field. Now the throw coming in, not in time. It's going to be an RBI single as Eastwood aggressive on the base pass. Revilla comes in to make it 1-0. RBI single for Herrera to right, and then the error, he'll move up to second base. So 1-0 Troopers. That'll bring up Dante Nieto. Runner at second, still just one out. And that pitch in there called strike one. Brushes it back, 1-1. Lunges at that one, hit in the air to shallow center field. Coming on and making the catch is the center fielder Grimm for the second time. And now two away for Brandon Gomez, the shortstop. Two out. Herrera still at second for Gomez. Hit in the air again to center field. Grimm comes in at center field. He's going to get all three putouts in this inning. Well done. All right. In the inning for the Troopers, they get the leadoff run. 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error. 1 run to left on base. We played through 1/2 inning of play here from Leander Glen High School. Eastwood Troopers 1, VANDEGRIFT Vipers coming up to bat. And the Vipers will send up a batting order that looks like this. Braden Buchanan to lead it off over at first base. Jackson Lures the DH for the pitcher Mulcahy. Batting second. Landon Thomason, the third baseman, batting third. Gavin Shaddix, the second base, batting cleanup. Cameron Moore in left field, batting fifth. Peyton Grimm in center field, batting sixth. Simon Baker, the shortstop, batting seventh. Jack Nelson in right field, batting eighth. And Hudson Lilly, the catcher today in this game number 2 for Coach Jared Hickles' VANDEGRIFT Vipers. So Buchanan, Lures, Thomason, Shaddix, Moore, Grimm, Baker, Nelson, and Lilly, the batting order for the Vipers. Defense is set for El Paso. Aiden Huante, Ethan Revilla, and Dante Nieto, the outfield left to right. Isaac Herrera, Brendan Gomez, Isaiah Zamora, and Noah Nunez, the infield third to first. John Delgado behind the plate, and Corby Wagner, the right-hander, on the hill for the Eastwood Troopers. Vipers off to a good start on the season, 8-2. Facing these Troopers from El Paso, the first of 3 games featuring teams from out of area. Two more games coming up tomorrow. I'm trying to call them up here. The sun is so bright I'm having a hard time seeing the computer screen here. Bear with me. There it is. I know the teams, I just couldn't remember the times. Yeah, 12:30 and 3 o'clock tomorrow are the scheduled times. Vipers set to take on Alamo Heights at 12:30 out of the San Antonio area. And then Flower Mound, I don't know if that's out of the DFW or Corpus Christi Flower Mound. But in any event, Flower Mound at 3 o'clock, weather permitting tomorrow. Here's Braden Buchanan to lead it off here for the Vipers in the first inning. A good first game. for Buchanan. And that pitch misses outside, ball one. Buchanan, Lures, and Thomason due up. At the knees for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch down low, ball 2. Two one pitch to Buchanan. Check to swing. It's in there for a strike anyway. 2-2 the count.
2-2 now. The leadoff batter, VIPERS.
Elgin leading McNeil 1-0. Bottom of the first inning. Lifted foul out of play. The count 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes to Buchanan. Down low, ball 3.
Got a full count now to the leadoff batter.
The 3-2 pitch to Buchanan. And time is called. All right, the pitch from Wagner, 3-2 coming, and swing and a miss, strike 3, and Buchanan is out on strikes for out number 1. 1 out now for Jackson Lures.
There's a designated hitter for the Badgers. Number 11, Jackson Lures. Landon Thomason on deck.
First pitch to Lures, misses outside, ball 1. In the first strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Landon Thomason on deck. The 1-1 pitch here to Lures. Slapped to the left side, gobbled up by the shortstop. And a good throw, 6-3 put out. They go Gomez to Nunez for out number 2.
6-3 put out first.
2 up, 2 down for Landon Thomason.
That's 2 down. Here's number 4, Landon Thomason.
I didn't see precisely what time we started,
First
so I'm not going to...
VANDEGRIFT.
Not sure what time the 2-hour time limit started. As Thomason steps in, with 2 outs and the base is empty. Looks at the first pitch down low, ball 1. In there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike.
1-1 count. Landon Thomason. Gavin Shattuck on deck for VANDEGRIFT.
1-1 pitch. Off speed. Thomason hung with it, got a piece of it, fouled it back. 1-2.
All 2 strikes now. Landon.
One ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Thompson is out on strikes. And Corby Wagner striking out 2 of the 3 Viper hitters that he faced. At the end of one inning of play, 1-0 in favor of the Eastwood Troopers. We'll take a break and be right back. You're watching VANDEGRIFT VIPERS Baseball on Vype Live.
Become a Vype Insider today. Access breaking news in high school sports. Enjoy premium articles and exclusive coverage written by expert analysts, and watch exclusive videos, documentaries on programs in your area. It's only $2.99 a month if you subscribe for the monthly plan. If you go for the yearly plan, it rounds out to just $1.99 a month. It costs you only $24 a year to get all of your Vype news throughout the entire year. Subscribe today. What are you waiting for? It's less than a cup of coffee a month. Become a Vype Insider. $2.99 a month, $23.99 for the whole year. Hey, it's Vype. We will see you at the games.
And welcome back to Glenn High School in Leander, Texas. If you're an El Paso Eastwood fan, want to know where Leander is? We're just northwest of Austin. A little bit more west than north, I guess. As we go ready to go here to the second inning, it'll be 6, 7, and 8 hitters due up here for the Troopers. Nunez, Delgado, and Huante due up against Dylan Mulcahy. Unofficially 13 pitches in that first inning. A 1-0 ball game. Troopers on top early. And first pitch misses up high, ball one. Swung on, lifted foul out of play to the left side. 1 ball, 1 strike to Nunez. 1-1 pitch. Stays a little low, 2-1. Ooh, brushes them back, high inside, 3-1. It'll get up to about 72, 73 degrees by the time this game is over, and then it's all downhill from there. 3-1 pitch. Foul back to the screen, 3-2. Rain due to come in at about 3 o'clock in the morning, it looks like. The high tomorrow, a balmy 41 degrees. Lead-off walk to Nunez. First walk of the ballgame surrendered by Mulcahy. That'll bring up John Delgado, the catcher. So tomorrow's games are in jeopardy, to say the least, but we'll see how it goes. You never know. It is Texas, after all, as Delgado steps in. Pitch just misses outside. Ball 1 to Delgado. Mulcahy, a nice outing at last week's Austin ISD tournament. Pitch up high. Lilly thought about firing down to first, but doesn't. The count 2-0 here to Delgado. Two-0 pitch. At the knees, call strike 1. You know you're out west when you're in District 1. District 1, 6A. The home base from these Troopers. Lifted in the air right side. Let's see if it stays in play. Giving chase and running out of room is Buchanan. That count goes to 2-2 to John Delgado. Big district. If they played 20 district games last year, that's a big district. So 2 balls, 2 strikes here to the Trooper catcher. Runner at first, nobody out here in the bottom top half of the second inning. 2-2 pitch. Oh, just missed up high. 3-2. Three-two pitch, slapped off the third base side. Coach Wolkine with a nice fielding play, tosses it back to the pitcher. Count remains full here to Delgado. Snap throw to first, and runner dives back. Three balls, two strikes. The pitch. Hit in the air, pretty well tagged to left field. That ball's going back, and it is slicing foul, fortunately. Delgado turned on that one, but he yanks it foul, and the count remains full. 3-2 pitch. In the cold, strike three. Got him. They're going to throw it away down behind the runner. It's going to go out into right field, and that's going to allow the runner to advance to third. So Delgado out on strikes for out number one, but the throwing error allows Nunez to advance all the way to third with one away. Lilly just looked a little indecisive whether or not to actually throw it down. And the throw sailed on him. And Nunez standing at third now with one away for Aiden Huante. Good pitch in there, strike one. A one pitch. A little low, 1-1. One ball, one strike. Popped up right side. First baseman Buchanan has a beat on it and squeezes it for out number one. Or out number two, sorry. Two outs, runner still at third. That'll bring up Isaiah Zamora, the second baseman. This Viper team is versatile. Buchanan, usually catcher, coming in playing first base. Thompson, usually the first baseman, playing third base. Move guys around. They're still getting the job done. Two outs, runner at third. Swung on, foul straight back to Zamora. Strike one. That's in there for a strike. Strike two. No balls, two strikes. Just a little high, 1-2. One and two the count. Lifted in the air right side, and Buchanan has a beat on it. Makes the catch in front of the Trooper dugout, who I'm sure were very helpful to him as he approached. But good concentration. He squeezes it to retire the side. So the walk in the air doesn't hurt. No runs, no hits. One error, one with a left on base. We'll go to the bottom half of the second inning. Still down just 1-0. And we go to the bottom half of the second inning. Still 1-0 in favor of the Troopers. Vipers will send up Shaddix, Moore, and Grimm to try to get on the board here.
Here in the bottom of the second for the Vipers. Leading off Gavin, Shaddix, Clayton Moore on deck. Peyton Grimm in the hole.
He is trying to warm up. Very comfortable out in the sun. Top of the third inning over at Cedar Park. It's Elgin 1, McNeil nothing. Matchup of a couple of teams really struggling here in the early going. First of 2 games for McNeil on the network here this afternoon. Cedar Park back in action tonight. Dripping Springs in action tonight. Just the 4th baseball teams in action for us this weekend. As I mentioned, next week everybody jumps into the fray. Bowie, Liberty Hill, Georgetown, Eastview. All the Pflugerville schools. Manor and Manor New Tech. We'll have some Elgin games, baseball and softball. Regents, St. Michael's. Friendswood out of Houston. If you're a baseball fan, this is the place to be. Here we go, Gavin Shaddix to lead it off here in the 2nd inning. And taps that one foul off his foot. That one stung a little bit, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike, 2 Shaddix. Takes that pitch up high, ball 1. Corby Wagner, right-hander on the mound, working quickly here for the Troopers. Shows bunt, pulls it back, and they're called strike. That's something the Vipers have kind of gotten away from. Didn't really see it at all in the first game. A good bunting team. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Spins him off the plate, and the count goes 2-2. Pitch on its way. Lifted into the air to the right side. Drifting into foul territory and unable to make the catch in an unfamiliar ballpark. Right fielder Nunez gave chase, tried to backhand it, couldn't hang on to it, so Shaddix will remain alive. Two balls, 2 strikes. Foul tip. Catcher unable to hang on to it, so Shaddix will get another crack at it. The line of the 2-2 pitch. Inside, 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes. The pitch on its way. That ball slapped into right field. That's going to get down for, oh, a nice catch. I thought it was going to get down. Dante Nieto with a shoestring grab to rob Shaddix of at least a single. 1 away. I thought that one was getting down. So 1 out for Cameron Moore. Or, that's Clayton Moore. I have one of Cameron Moore. Shows bunt. Down low and away, ball 1. Clayton Moore takes the first pitch in there for ball 1. Chopper up the middle. Gobbled up by Gomez, and the throw to first. In time, Gomez to Nunez, a 6-3 put out, 2 away. Pretty impressed by what I've seen from this Trooper Ball Club so far. They seem solid.
On deck.
2 up, 2 down for Peyton Grimm. Grimm's first at bat, but he's been busy. He made all 3 putouts in the first inning out there in center field. Pitch at the letter, strike 1.
That's a strike.
0-1 pitch. That ball slapped into center field, and that one is going to get down. They weren't able to track that one down. Grimm with a 2-out single to center field to bring up Simon Baker.
This afternoon for the VANDEGRIFT VIPERS.
Vipers' first hit of the ball game.
Here's Simon Baker, the shortstop. Jack Nelson on deck.
Infield playing pretty shallow. Baker will step in here, his first at bat here of the afternoon, obviously. Shows bunt, gets it down. It's a good one. They're going to force him to make a good play. The throw to first in time. He got him. Well done by their pitcher, Corby Wagner. Got to it, planted himself, made a good throw to get the speedy Baker and in the inning. In the inning for the Vipers, no runs on 1 hit, no errors from the left on base. We play through 2 and go to the 3rd. Still 1-0 Eastwood.
After 2, 1-0. Troopers.
For Eastwood, it'll be the top of their order due up here. Ravia, Wagner, and Herrera on against Dylan Mulcahy. Mulcahy unofficially through the first 2 innings, 34 pitches. Given up 2 hits, struck out 1, walked 1.
In the top of the 3rd. Revilla, Wagner, Herrera. For Eastwood.
Love the sunshine, but boy, hard to see things. All right, here we go. And the first pitch high and away, ball 1 to Ravia. Singled and scored the first run of the ball game back in the first inning. That ball ripped down the left field line. That is slicing just foul. Long, loud strike. Strike 1 to Ethan Ravia. Moore, Grimm, Nelson, the outfield left to right. Thomason, Baker, Shaddix, and Buchanan, the infield third to first. Hudson Lilly behind the plate. Dylan Mulcahy on the hill for the Vipers. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Ravia. Beautiful, all speed again, drops in there. That's his pitch, 1-2. Been very effective with that here in the early going. Swing and a miss, strike 3, got him. Strikeout number 2 from Dylan Mulcahy. And with 1 out, that'll bring up Corby Wagner. Wagner flew out to the center fielder back in the first inning. 0 for 1 in the ball game. Pitch up high, ball 1. At the knees for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Wagner. Chopper left side, foul. Nice play there by their coach Munoz. Got to meet him real quickly before the game started. Still looks young enough to be out there playing. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fouled out a play to the right side, 1 and 2. One and 2 the count. Inside low, 2 and 2. Two balls, 2 strikes to Wagner. Lifted foul out play to the right side. The battle will continue. Pitch number 7 coming up here to the Trooper pitcher. Threw it over his head, ball 3.
That's full, 3 and 2.
3 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch from Mulcahy. Got ball slapped up the middle, and that's going to get through for a base hit. Right back up the middle. And with 1 out and 1 aboard, that'll bring up Isaac Herrera. Herrera 1 for 1 with the single in the first. Going to have a courtesy runner here for the pitcher Wagner. We'll get a good look here. I think that's number 3. Pitch up high, ball 1. Isaiah Corona, the running over at first base for the pitcher. And they almost picked him off. So Corona running for Wagner with 1 out here in the Trooper half of inning number 3. 1 ball, no strikes to Herrera. Got a piece of the off speed to foul it back. 1 and 1 the count. One ball, 1 strike. Pitch up high, ball 2. Two and 1 here to Herrera. Curveball spins a little high inside, 3 and 1. Vipers know who their number 1 pitcher is. That's Daniel Farrow. Got the win against Round Rock to open up district play on Tuesday night. 3 balls, 1 strike. Down low, ball 4. And that puts runners at first and second with 1 away for Dante Nieto, the right fielder. Not sure if they know who the number 2 and number 3 are. This weekend will go a long way towards settling that. Coach might know. I've never actually asked him. I just get the feeling that it's still up in the air. Corona at second, Herrera at first for Nieto, who flew out to center field back in the first inning, 0 for 1 in the game. That pitch bends in there for a strike, strike 1. Oh, one pitch shows bunt and pushes up the first base side. It's going to roll foul. Strike 2 to Nieto. Good idea. I doubt we'll see Farrow this weekend with district play resuming on Tuesday. They'll get him in that district groove now. Plenty of arms on this team. No balls, 2 strikes. No 2 pitch. Check the swing, gets back to the screen. Took a high bounce, and both runners will move up on the wild pitch. So Corona to third, Herrera at second. First base now open. One or two the count. Up high, ball 2.
2-2 now.
2 balls, 2 strikes. That ball slapped line shot, and they're going to concede the run and go to first to get out number 2. So an RBI fielder's choice for Nieto. 6-3 Baker to Buchanan. Corona scores to make it now 2-0. On the play, Herrera moves up to third, now 2 away. And that'll bring up Brandon Gomez. 2 outs, 2-0, Troopers on top. And the call strike 1 to Gomez, flew out to center field himself back in the first inning. Check swing. Nice job by Lilly keeping that one from getting past and allowing the run to score. 0-2 the count now to Gomez. No balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and the inning is over. In the inning for the Troopers, they do pick up a run. They get it on 1 hit, helped out by a fielder's choice and a walk. No errors, one more to left on base. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 3. Now 2-0 in favor of the Eastwood Troopers. Alamo Heights in the house. For the Vipers in the bottom of the third, it'll be 8, 9, and 1 hitters. Nelson, Lilly, and Braden Buchanan to go to work against Corby Wagner. Well, got a minute. We want to thank our sponsors, of course, Jennifer Farrow and Stephen Mueller and the VANDEGRIFT Baseball Booster Club. Our Grand Slam sponsor, Shannon Kramer with Bartlett Real Estate Group. Our home run sponsor, Silverton Custom Homes with Mr. Jason Grimm. Our double play sponsors, Sports Clips Haircuts and Craig Smizer with 1835 Realty. Our single play sponsors, Pediatric Dentistry of Steiner Ranch, Trent Reynolds Player Development, Steiner Dental, Pinnacle Sports Performance and Rehabilitation, Candelia Haley, Tomlin Family Orthodontics, and Shiner Wellness and Nutrition, along with our Vype Network sponsor, Academy Sports and Outdoors. Thank everybody for tuning in here this weekend. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15. Get caught up on my pitch count. There we go. So here's Jack Nelson step in to lead off the bottom of the third inning. Vipers looking to get back in the ballgame. Down 2-0. Shows bunt. Bunts through it. Strike 1. Pitch way outside. 1-1. Top of the fourth inning. McNeil 2, Elgin 1. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2 on the foul tip. That pitch misses down low. 2-2. Two-two pitch. Lays off of it, and the pitch misses high and away, ball 3. Three balls, 2 strikes to Nelson. That ball slapped to the left side, and it is going to be caught by the left fielder, Aiden Huante, robbing Jack Nelson of an extra base hit. This Troopers team is playing some defense. Their outfield has cost the Vipers a couple of extra base hits. Nice play, just reached out, speared it. 1 away. And that'll bring up Hudson Lilly, the catcher, with 1 out here in the Viper third. Takes the pitch down low, ball 1 to Lilly. Got our first email of the season, I believe, from Jason Grimm checking in. 1 ball, no strikes, and that pitch up high, ball 2. Takes a while to get things started. Voice of the Vipers at gmail.com. Thank you for the compliment, sir. Says shout out to Peyton Grimm in center field. Peyton Grimm with a single in this ball game already and 3 putouts in center field. And the pitch down low, ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes to Hudson Lilly. So thank you very much for the email. Appreciate it. At voiceofthevipers at gmail.com. And that's a 4-pitch walk to Hudson Lilly. Second base run of the ball game for Vandegrifts. Back to the top of the order we go to Braden Buchanan. And we're going to have a courtesy runner here for the catcher Lilly. That's going to be Cunningham. So Cade Cunningham going to run here for the catcher Lilly. That ball ripped but foul into the Viper dugout behind, or the bullpen behind their dugout. Strike 1 to Buchanan. 0 for 1, struck out in the first inning. Had a good first game. Misses outside, ball 1. Catcher trying to yank it back across the outside corner. Umpire wasn't biting. Hit hard to the left field, pretty well tagged, going back and making the catch at the warning track. Again, the outfield coming through for the Troopers. Buchanan just got under it a little bit. And left fielder Aiden Huante making the catch up against the fence to rob another Viper hitter of an extra base hit. 2 outs, runner still at first for Jackson Lures.
Jackson Lures, DH.
Two outs, runner at first for Lures. Takes the first pitch at the knees, called strike 1. Jackson 0 for 1, grounded out to short in the first inning. Step throw, runner dives back. Had no idea what we were going to see in this Trooper ball club. What we're seeing is a very solid defensive team. Down low, 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike to Lures. Runner at first, but 2 away. Dances off the plate on the pitch inside. 2 balls and a strike. Two one pitch. Chopper right side, but foul past the first baseman. And the count goes 2-2 to the Viper designated hitter. Two balls, 2 strikes to Jackson Lures. Cade Cunningham running for Lily, still at first base. High and away, ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Only 26 pitches coming into this inning through the first 2 innings, so good to get a few more added to the balance sheet for Wagner. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Lures. Landon Thomason on deck. There goes the runner off first. That ball slapped into left field for a base hit. Ronning second, heading for third. The Vipers are going to have runners at the corners. Good base running there by Cade Cunningham. Off with the pitch, no hesitation. And VANDEGRIFT has a tying runners aboard. Lures with the single to left. Cunningham all the way over to third. That'll bring up Landon Thomason. Thomason overdue for his first hit of the series. So Thomason will step in from the right side. Cunningham at third, Lures at first, 2 away here in the Viper third. First serious threat VANDEGRIFT has mounted here in this ball game, and my favorite play in all of baseball, the fake throw to third, fake throw to first. I've seen it work 1 time in about 150 attempts. Thomason digs back in. There goes the runner off first. Pitch out low, ball 1. The throw down to second. Not in time. They're going to come home, and it is not in time. Vipers steal a run. Now the throw down to third. Not in time. VANDEGRIFT baseball. Aggressive on the base pass. VANDEGRIFT on the board. Lures with the steal. He draws the throw. And on the throw, Lilly comes home with the stolen base, or it's a Cunningham coming home on the stolen base. Make it 2-1 on the throw home. Lures moves up to third. So now the tying runner at third base. Swing and a miss. To Thomason. Tying run at third, 2 outs. 2-1 ball game. Shows bunt. Oh, bunted it foul. Just missed that one. Gavin Shattuck's on deck. If Thomason can keep the inning alive, I believe the count is 1-2. Let's see if the umpire shows us here. The scoreboard's getting hard to read in the bright sunlight as well. Yeah, it'd have to be 1-2. If he bunted on the second strike, it would have been out. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Thomason. That ball hit hard to left center field. Pretty well tagged, but it's going to hold up. And the left fielder, Huante, makes another nice play on a hard hit baseball. Viper bats starting to come alive a little bit. 3 hard hit balls to the outfield. They scatter a single in there and helped out by a walk. They get their first run of the ball game. 1 run on 1 hit, no errors. 1 runner left on base. We have played through 3. We will go to the 4th. New score 2-1. Troopers on top. You're watching VANDEGRIFT VIPERS baseball on Vype Live.
Interested in Vype Campus? Vype Campus brings our popular citywide media days right to your doorstep. As a Vype Campus client, we will work with you to help you take advantage of our unique campus model to build a unique experience for your school. From media day photo shoots of all your athletes to game day coverage, broadcasts and live streams, video and digital content, hype videos, the Vype U program, same day graphics, and of course your very own campus magazine, Vype Campus is truly whatever you want it to be. Email info@vypemedia.com to find out how to join Vype Campus today.
The only other game on the docket. That ball slapped out to the right field for a base hit. So a leadoff single for Nunez. 4th hit of the ball game by the Troopers. That'll bring up John Delgado. Eastwood with 1 in the 1st, 1 in the 3rd. Vipers got the 1 back in the bottom of the 3rd. 2-4-0 the line score for El Paso. Eastwood 1-2-2 the line score for the Vipers. Toss over the 1st, runner back. Delgado 0 for 1, struck out looking in the 2nd. And that one hits him. So runners at 1st and 2nd with nobody out. Aiden Huante due up, and coach comes out. Infield starts to come in. He weighs him off. This is a one-on-one conversation between him and his pitcher. Huante popped out to 1st in the 2nd inning. Been a rock-solid defender for the Troopers so far. Out in left field. Steps in here with Nunez at 2nd, Delgado at 1st. Did they run for Delgado? Yes, they did, it looks like. We'll check who that is. Shows bunt and bunts it in the air. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike to Huante. Number 18 is the Curtis runner. I don't see a number 18 on the lineup card that they provided, which is interesting. Joe's bunt again and bunts it up the third base side. Well done. Bare hand pickup. No throw. Everybody's going to be safe. Really nothing that Thompson could do with it. He got to it quickly, picked it up barehanded, but good speed from Huante. And the Troopers have the bases loaded here with nobody out in the fourth inning. So Nunez at third, number 18 at second, and Huante at first with nobody out. Isaiah Zamora will step in. Good pitch and the strike one. Infield into the corners, try to cut down the runner at home plate. Middle of the infield, back at double play depth. Ground ball to shortstop. There, go to second for one. The throw to first. Not in time. Good speed on this team. Zamora beats it out. On the play, Nunez comes in to make it 3-1. So Zamora will be on board with an RBI fielder's choice. Huante eliminated from the base pass on the 6-4 for the first out of the inning. The number 18 moves up to third base. So runners at the corners with one away. 3-1 now in favor of the Troopers. Back to the top of the order we go to Revilla. Pitch up high, ball one. In there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Revilla. 1 for 2, singled, scored in the first.
1 ball, 1 strike.
There goes the runner off first, hit and run. Chopper over to third, Thomason. Only play he can make is at first, and just did get him. Run scores. Nice play by Thompson. That's all he could do.
Nice play by the third baseman.
So Revilla out on the 5-3 fielder's choice for an RBI for out number 2. On the play, number 18 comes in. And Zamora moves up to second. 2 outs now, 4-1
4-1 now.
for Corby Wagner.
Here's Wagner.
Runner still at second with 2 away. In there for called strike 1.
1 for 2 today. Had a base hit.
Wagner 1 for 2 with a single and a fly out to center to Peyton Grimm.
Left field. First time.
Can finally take the jacket off, I think. Pretty good pivot throw there from Mulcahy. Shattuck's cutting in behind the base runner Zamora. Swung on, foul tip, and the count quickly 0-2.
Herrera on deck. Troopers.
No balls, 2 strikes. Way outside. Nice job there by Lilly to throw down to third. They got a chance. Oh, not in time. The ball just got far enough away. Lilly with a pretty good throw, but unable to catch the speedy Zamora, who's now standing at third base. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Wagner.
2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, strike 3, and the inning is over anyway. But in the inning for the El Paso Eastwood Troopers, they get 2 more runs back. They get them on 2 hits. Couple of fielder's choices. They leave a runner.
2 hits for the Troopers.
And we will go to the bottom half of the 4th inning.
Top of the 4th.
New score now 4-1 in favor of the Eastwood Troopers.
4-1. Troopers.
You update my pitch count here. Bear with me.
4th. For the Vipers, it would be Shaddix 1,
All right, got that all updated for Dylan Mulcahy. Really not throwing the baseball badly. Giving up the 4 hits thus far. Struck out 4 batters. Still finds himself in the short end of a 4-1 score, but plenty of baseball left. And the Vipers will send the 4, 5, and 6 hitters to up here. Shaddix, Moore, and Grimm. To try to crawl back in this ball game, trailing at 4-1.
Going into the bottom of the 4th.
Corby Wagner, on the other hand, through the first 3 innings of work, unofficially 49 pitches. Walked 1, struck out 2. Has allowed 2 Viper hits. Good test for this Viper ball club in the young season to see how they battle back from this. Down 4-1 here in the bottom of the 4th. Shaddix will step in. 0 for 1, flew out to right back in the 2nd inning. And they're called strike 1. VandeGrift has hit the ball pretty hard on Wagner, but his defense, especially the outfield, has been impenetrable. Sky high pop-up in the shallow right field. That's going to be the second baseman calling it, and makes the catch on the fringe, Isaiah Zamora, to retire Shaddix and the pop out to second. 1 away. That'll bring up Clayton Moore.
Here's Clayton Moore. Left fielder for the Vipers.
Moore 0 for 1, grounded out to short.
Grounded out to the shortstop. Second inning.
Takes the first pitch down low, ball 1. One 0 pitch. At the knees for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. That pitch misses down low. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two on pitch. Up high, ball 3. Three balls, 1 strike to Moore. Swing and a miss, strike 2, and the count goes full.
3 balls and 2 strikes now.
Well, I missed the timing on this. Julian Shaddix writes in. If I'd have been paying attention, I would have read this before Gavin Shaddix, who has just retired, had his at bat. We'll get to the email here in just a second. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Moore. Fouled into the Viper dugout. The count remains 3-2. She says, we are thoroughly enjoying watching the Vipers play ball via Vype. We live in Bullard, Texas, and our grandparents to Gavin Shaddix. Thank you for making this possible. Julian and Betty Shaddix. Thank you, folks, for the email very much at voiceofthevipers@gmail.com. Always good to hear from people and find out where they're tuned in from. Low ball 4, and Moore draws a 1-out walk. And that'll bring up Peyton Grimm, 1 for 1 in the ball game with a single in the 2nd. So thank you for Julian Shaddix on the email, voiceofthevipers@gmail.com. Love doing these broadcasts, and don't thank us. Thank the VandeGrift Baseball Booster Club. If you can support them or support the sponsors in any way, they're the ones that are making the district broadcast possible. These are sort of bonus ones that we're doing for them. But they do so much. All the booster clubs at all the schools. There goes the runner. It's a bunt over the first base side. Well executed. He's going to beat it out. And now the Troopers fell asleep to throw to third, and no call yet from the umpire. And moving up behind the throw is Peyton Grimm. So Grimm with the bunt single for sure. perfectly executed up the first base side. And Moore never hesitated rounding second as the Troopers kind of fell asleep on defense. They made it close at third, but on the throw over to third, which Moore beat, Grimm hustled up to second. So, runners at second and third with one away for Simon Baker. That's Viper baseball. Small ball, aggressive base running. It bites them sometimes, but when it works, it's a thing of beauty. As Simon Baker steps in, 0 for 1, grounded out to the pitcher. Infield will come in a little bit. Runners at second and third with one away for Baker. Moore at third, Grimm at second. Chop foul, third base side, strike one. I think every time we've gotten an email, the Viper bats have come alive, so keep them coming at voiceofthevipers@gmail.com. No balls, one strike to Baker. He shows bunt and bunts it foul, strike two. Jack Nelson on deck. Oh, 2 pitch to Baker. That ball ripped down the left field line, but just fouled by about a foot. He didn't miss an extra base hit by more than 12 inches. Simon Baker turned on that one.
Line shot by Simon Baker. Barely fouled. That has scored 2 runs. Simon has probably had a double out of that at least.
But Moore will go back to third, Grimm back to second. The count will remain 0-2 to Simon Baker. Got to get these guys home, get it back to at least a 1-run ball game heading into the later innings. 2 chances to do it. 1 away here. 0-2 the count to Baker. Wagner in a serious jam for the first time all afternoon. And time is called. Good timeout taken by Baker. Top of the 6th inning, McNeil 2, Elgin 1. Time is called again. Head games being played all around here. All right, Wagner settles back in from the stretch. Baker digs in from the right side. Here comes the pitch. Fouled just time up the first base side. Good battle here between the Viper number 7 hitter and Corby Wagner. Umpire discussing something with the Viper dugout. Now he's back in position. We're set again. 0-2 the count to Baker. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him on the high heat. 2 away. Good pitch. 2 outs now for Jack Nelson. Looking forward to 2-out bingo here. And we're going to have a pinch hitter, it looks like. It will be Connor Freeman to pinch hit for Nelson. Freeman, I believe, the winning pitcher in the first game today.
For Jack Nelson, strike number 2, Connor Freeman.
Good to see him back out here. If you weren't with us for the first game, he was pitching very, very well through 4+ innings. Took a rocket shot line drive that smacked him in the upper leg. Had to come out of the ball game. His pitch count was getting up anyway. I think he was probably about due to come out. So it looks like he's all right. Good to see him back in the game. He steps in here with runners at second and third, now 2 away. The infield can go back with 2 outs. And takes the first pitch across the inside corner, strike 1.
Hunter had a couple of base hits in an earlier game today against Leander.
Slow roll to the right side. It's going to be a tough play coming out of the second baseman. The underhand scoop, and it beats Freeman just in the nick of time. Nice play there by the Trooper defense. That was Isaiah Zamora to Nunez. And the 4-3 putout retires the side. Vipers get a threat, get runners at second, third, unable to capitalize. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 runners left on base. We play through 4 complete. Go to the top half of the 5th inning, still a 4-1 ball game.
Had a hit, but couldn't push across the run there. Still 4-1 after 4.
Don't forget, 2 games on the docket tomorrow, weather permitting. Alamo Heights at 12:30, and then a 3 o'clock contest set to take place against Flower Mound. Mother Nature remains undefeated, so we'll see if we get them in.
Here in the top of the 5th for the Troopers, they'll have Isaac Herrera, Dante Nieto, and Brandon Gomez.
3, 4, and 5 hitters go up here for the Eastwood Troopers in the 5th inning. Herrera, Nieto, and Gomez. Mulcahy stays on to start the 5th. Unofficially 73 pitches through the first 4. So here we go. Isaac Herrera stepping in to lead off the Trooper half of the 5th inning. 1 for 2, singled. Also walked back in the 3rd, left stranded at 3rd. He'll step in from the right side to lead it off. And calls time right as Mulcahy starts his motion.
Here's Herrera leading it off here. Isaac 1 for 1, had a base hit the first one.
Swung on, foul tip on the off-speed pitch, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Inside corner, called strike 2. Beautiful sunny day, not quite San Diego weather, just a little bit cool, but getting close. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Herrera is out on strikes for out number 1. Strikeout number 5 recorded by Mulcahy. That'll bring up Dante Nieto with 1 away. Nieto 1 for 2, RBI fielder's choice in the 3rd. That pitch misses outside, low, ball 1. One 0 pitch. Good pitch at the letters, and the count 2-1. 2-1 pitch. Same spot, same result. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Then Nieto.
That one just missed, and the count goes full. 3-2 pitch. Chopper left side. Scooped up by Baker and unable to make a throw. Just too deep in the hole and too good a speed. This is a fast ball club. Infield single for Nieto. 1 out, 1 aboard for Brendan Gomez. Top of the 7th inning, McNeil 2, Elgin 1.
Shortstop, Brandon Gomez.
Game 1 of 2 for McNeil. Their game 2 will start about 30 minutes after. High and away, ball 1 to Gomez. 0 for 2, popped out to first, or popped out to center field and struck out in the 3rd inning. Tossed over to first, runner back. McNeil will take on Lake Travis in their 2nd game. Good curveball as Gomez ducked out of the way, only to see the pitch break back across the inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now time is called. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Gomez.
Ball and 2 strikes. Gomez.
One-two pitch. Chopper left side. Thompson goes to second for 1. The throw to first is not going to be in time, but a good job there by Landon Thompson just getting the first out. That was one of those tweeners. Do you charge it or do you play it on the short hop? He chose the short hop and fired a strike over to Nieto. They're over to Shaddix to get Nieto. 2 away, Gomez replaces Nieto on the fielder's choice, and that'll bring up Noah Nunez.
2 outs.
There goes the runner off first. The throw down from Lilly. This got a chance. They're going to get him. Hudson Lilly knew what as soon as the ball left his hand. Fires a strike down to Simon Baker, who applies a tag to eliminate Gomez, and the inning is over. 2-6 caught stealing to retire the side. And that is it. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on base after that.
No runs.
We'll go to the bottom half of the 5th inning, still down by 3, 4-1.
Bottom 5. 4-1. Eastwood.
For the Vipers in the 5th, it'll be 9-1 and 2 hitters. Hey, Hudson Lilly makes a great play. He'll lead it off. How often does that happen in baseball? Lilly, Buchanan, and Lures, 9-1 and 2 hitters due up here for Vandegrift in the bottom of the 5th. As I mentioned, 2 games coming up tomorrow here on Vype Live for Vandegrift Baseball. If you just love high school baseball in general, can't get enough of it, we've got 2 games coming up tonight. It'll be Cedar Park taking on McCallum at 8 o'clock over at Cedar Park High School. Brad Cohn, the voice of the Timberwolves, the guy who I learned how to call baseball from a long, long time ago. And at 8:15, out in Dripping Springs, it'll be Dripping Springs taking on Smithson Valley, with Melvin Jones on the call on that one. So more baseball coming up tonight. Full slate of action tomorrow. Baseball tournament action, weather permitting. And then some soccer action up in Dallas and the Houston areas here on Vype. Corby Wagner through the first 4 innings, unofficially 66 pitches. Struck out 3, walked 2. 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Troopers. 1 run on, I think it's 3 hits and 2 errors for the Vipers.
Here's Hudson Lilly to lead it off here.
Lilly who just threw out the runner to retire this side a moment ago, will step in to lead it off. He walked, and his courtesy runner Cunningham scored the Vipers' only run of the ball game back in inning number 3.
Brandon Buchanan on deck.
And the pitch in there called strike 1 at the letters to Lilly. Pitch off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
1-1.
One ball, 1 strike. Down low, ball 2.
Low.
2 balls, 1 strike. Vipers need base runners, batting here in the 5th inning, starting to run out of outs. That one a little nubber right back to the pitcher Wagner, who fields it. Bit of a high throw, but no problem there. The 1-3 putout retires Lilly, and back to the top of the order will go to Braden Buchanan.
1-3 on the putout. Here's Brandon.
1 up, 1 down for Buchanan. 0 for 2 in the game.
Jackson Lewis.
Struck out in the first, hit a rocket to left in the 3rd. Got a discussion going on here at home plate. I wonder if Coach is arguing that maybe some sort of interference or something like that. Well, they're going to talk about it. He is not afraid to lobby the umpires for his players. You rarely get the call the first time, but it might help you the second time. No surprise, the umpires stick together. The call will stand. So it'll be 1 away here for Buchanan.
Here's Buchanan. He's 0 for 2 today.
That ball ripped. He's not 0 for 2 anymore. Just foul by about 6 inches. There have been so many hard-hit line drives on that third base side that have just been foul.
Let me know.
Thought that one was going to stay fair, but it doesn't. 0-1 the count to Buchanan.
Nice rip. Foul.
0-1 pitch. Hit hard to dead away center field. Pretty well tagged, but it's going to hang up.
Center.
And actually, I think it may have fooled Ethan Revere. He had to make a sliding catch going to his knees. But he grabs it for the second out of the inning.
Nice rip by Buchanan.
2 up, 2 down for Jackson Lewis.
Center fielder. That's the second out.
Lewis 1 for 2 with a single.
Here's Jackson Lewis. Jackson, 1 for 2 today. Had a base hit. His last time.
2 outs, base is empty. Pitch high inside, ball 1.
Landon Thomason on deck for the Vipers.
Vipers rattled Wagner a little bit last inning, but he seems to have regathered himself here in this 5th.
4-1.
Brushes them back again, 2-0. Inside, ball 3, 3-0.
Inside, that's 3 balls. Lures.
Don't be surprised unless it is just a torrential downpour if we don't have baseball tomorrow. Field turf here at Glenn High School. Take it all the way, and it's a 4-pitch walk to Lures. 3rd walk of the ball game surrendered by Wagner. That'll bring up Landon Thomason with 1 out.
We got 2 outs.
I was right the first time. There are 2 outs. Rain is supposed to fade away in the early afternoon.
Thompson.
If it does that, they might push things back a little bit or something like that. So just keep an eye and an ear out. And we'll see if we get baseball tomorrow.
Gavin Shaddix on deck. For VANDEGRIFT.
Thomason 0 for 2, struck out, flew out to left. Catcher setting up outside. Pitch delivered right there. It's too far outside, and the count 1-0 to Thomason. Awante, Revilla, Nieto, the outfield left to right. Herrera, Gomez, Zamora, Nunez third to first. Delgado behind the plate, and Corby Wagner has gone the distance thus far. Good pitch there for a strike, 1-1. That ball hit hard to center field, but got underneath it again. And Revilla does squeeze it for out number 3 to retire the side. In the inning for the Vipers, no runs, no hits, no errors. 1 runner left on the base, or 1 runner left on base after the walk. We played through 5. We will go to the 6th. Still trailing at 4-1. VANDEGRIFT Baseball on the Vype Live Network.
Become a Vype Insider today. Access breaking news in high school sports. Enjoy premium articles and exclusive coverage written by expert analysts, and watch exclusive videos, documentaries on programs in your area. It's only $2.99 a month if you subscribe for the monthly plan. If you go for the yearly plan, it rounds out to just $1.99 a month. It costs you only $24 a year to get all of your Vype news throughout the entire year. Subscribe today. What are you waiting for? It's less than a cup of coffee a month. Become a Vype Insider. $2.99 a month, $23.99 for the whole year. Hey, it's Vype. We will see you at the games.
Welcome back to Glen High School. We go to the top half of the 6th inning. 6, 7, and 8 hitters due up here for the Eastwood Troopers. Nunez, Delgado, and Awante to go to work against Dylan Mulcahy, who's gone the distance thus far for the Vipers. Looking around for any sort of changes. So far, everybody seems to be the same. More Grimm. Is that Nelson out and right? Yep. Some more Grimm and Nelson, the outfield left to right. Thomason, Baker, Shaddix, Buchanan, the infield third to first. Lilly behind the plate. And here's Noah Nunez to lead off the Trooper 6th inning. 1 for 2 with a run scored and a walk for the Eastwood first baseman. Swings on the first pitch and fouls it out of play to the left for strike 1.
Here's Noah Nunez lead it off here for the Troopers.
Elgin ties it up 2-2 in the 7th inning. They'll go to the bottom of the 7th over at Cedar Park. 2-2, Elgin and McNeil.
1 for 1 this afternoon, but he's hitting the wall.
1 ball, 1 strike now to Nunez. Down low, 2-1. McNeil losing their district opener on Tuesday night against Westwood at Westwood. That ball hit in the air and out of play to the left side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Check that, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two-two pitch, just missed off the plate, 3-2. Playing a little game I like to call Find the Cursor here in the bright sunshine. And that is a walk. Nunez works him for a walk, leadoff runner aboard. That'll bring up John Delgado, the catcher. 0 for 1, hit by a pitch.
Here's John Delgado, the catcher.
Yeah, looks like we might have a pitching change here. We'll see.
Delgado, 0 for 1 today. Hit by the pitcher the last time.
Mulcahy will come out, pitching 5+. We'll see who's coming in and who goes where. that Austin? Austin Spiel is going to come in to pitch. Loosening up down in the dugout. So Spielies will take over here for Mulcahy. Mulcahy on the ball game. Get the final unofficial tally here. 93 pitches unofficially for Dylan Mulcahy. Walked 3 batters. Hit a batter, struck out 5. Scattered 6 hits, gave up 4 runs. Still looked pretty good, I thought. Around the strike zone all day long. I can get to it in time here in the bright sunshine. I want to check the complete results from district play on Tuesday night. Vandergrift, Vista Ridge, Cedar Ridge, and Westwood winning their district openers to start out the season at 1-0. Vista Ridge defeating Stony Point. Vipers, of course, defeating Round Rock. I just mentioned McNeil dropping their opener to Westwood.
Here's Delgado.
Cedar Ridge defeating Hutto. And they're called strike 1. The first pitch to John Delgado. 0 for 1 hit by pitch and scored in the 4th. No balls, 1 strike. Popped up on the right side. Should be playable. Buchanan drifting over into foul territory and makes the catch in the coach's box for out number 1. One out, runner remains at first base. That'll bring up Aiden Huante. He is 1 for 2. Popped out to Buchanan himself back in the 2nd. Also had a bunt single in the 4th. Steps in here with 1 out and a runner at first base. Swinging away, pops it up on the infield. Little confusion, and making the catch out in shallow left field is Simon Baker. It was Baker, Shaddix, and Peyton Grimm all fighting the sun to locate the baseball, and Baker located it just in time and hauled it in for out number 2. That was an adventurous pop-up. That's a high sky, sunny sky. 2 outs for Isaiah Zamora. Zamora 0 for 2. RBI fielder's choice back in the 4th inning. Swings and fouls that one back to the right side. Strike 1. That ball slapped to the left side. Baker's got it. He will underhand it over to Gavin Shaddix to get the force out on Nunez, and that'll do it. So a 6-4 force retires the side. Nice job by Austin Spielers coming in and facing 3 straight batters and getting 3 straight putouts. In the inning for the Troopers, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 runner left on base. Vipers need some runs. We go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Still down by 3, trailing at 4-1. Vandergrift Vipers baseball on Vype Live.
Hey high schoolers, are you interested in a career in sports media? Vype can help. Launched in 2017, our Vype U Ambassador Program is a one-of-a-kind educational scholarship program that offers high school students a chance to gain hands-on experience in the sports media field. VipeU also gives students a platform to build their portfolio of creative work under the guidance of Vype's seasoned professionals. From covering games to publishing photos, writing articles, and conducting on-camera interviews, each VipeU ambassador receives an immersive experience geared toward their interests, while promoting their own school and preparing them for their future. Email info@vipemedia.com to find out more about VipeU today.
VANDEGRIFT needs a rally here. We go to the bottom half of the sixth inning, trailing it by 3, 4-1. Merle Bertrand here at the ballpark. Eastwood with 1 in the first, 1 in the third. VANDEGRIFT got one of them back in the bottom of the third. But then the Troopers tacked on 2 more in the fourth inning, and that's where we stand here, 4-1. 4, 5, and 0 the line score for Eastwood. 1, 3, and 2 the line score for VANDEGRIFT. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up for the Vipers. Shaddix, Moore, and Grimm, and hopefully a few more. Shaddix 0 for 2, flew out to right, popped out to second. And looks at that bender across the inside corner, strike 1. 79 pitches unofficially for Corby Wagner, on for his 6th inning of work. Looking good so far. That pitch down low, ball 1. Hoping I'm jinxing him here. Struck out 3, walked 3. That ball hit to left center field. And it's going to hold up to allow the left fielder Aiden Hawate to camp out underneath it and haul it in for out number 1. 1 up, 1 down for Clayton Moore. Moore 0 for 1 with a walk, left stranded at third base in the 4th inning when the Vipers had their best chance to really get back in this game. Fouled out a play to the right side, had runners in second and third with 1 out, unable to capitalize. Oh, 1 pitch. Down low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Waiting for him to get really in track. You know it's coming. 1 ball, 1 strike. Shows bunt and gets it down to the third base side. That's a good looking bunt. No throw. Clayton Moore with a bunt single with 1 away. I will predict now that no team in District 25 6A will have more bunt singles than the VANDEGRIFT Vipers. As Peyton Grimm steps in. Heard from his folks a little while ago. I hope I wasn't calling him Jackson. I don't think I was. But you never know with me. Grimm 2 for 2 at the plate. He had a bunt single himself back in the 4th. And looks at the first pitch down low, ball 1. So Grimm 2 for 2. One ball, no strikes. Hit hard to right center field. That ball's pretty well tagged. It is not going to be caught. Cut off by the center fielder. They're going to wave 1 runner around. Moore's going to come in. The throw to the plate. It is up the line. Now the throw down to third. It is in time. They got him at third. Great effort by the right fielder, Nieto. He dove for it, couldn't get it. Revilla backing it up. They were unable to prevent Moore from scoring. So it's an RBI double for Grimm to right center field. And then Grimm thrown out. 7-4-5, trying to stretch out the double to a triple. 2 outs, bases empty. 4-2 now. Simon Baker will step in. Pinch hitter here for Baker. And they're called strike one. This is Asher Mueller going to pitch hit again. Pitch hit in the first game and drew a walk. Takes that pitch for a strike, and he's quickly behind in the count 0-2. Live by the sword, die by the sword. Vipers being very aggressive on the base pass. That ball slapped into center field. That's going to be a base hit, and man, oh man. Nice job by Mueller with the two-hit single. That brings a tying run to the plate in the form of, well, who will it be? Jack Nelson will bat back again. He was lifted for Freeman back in the fourth. He'll come back in and bat for himself again. 0 for 1, flew out to the left on a fine catch. Someone else knew by Hawante out there. 2 outs, runner at first. Boy, that's tough. If Grimm isn't thrown out at third, you've at least got runners at first and third. If not, a one-run ball game. But be aggressive. They're going to make the other team beat them. The pitch down low, 2-0 to Nelson. Mueller at first with 2 outs. 2 balls, no strikes to Freeman. Hudson Lilly on deck. Pitch outside, ball 3. So now you would expect the bat to be duct taped to Jack Nelson's shoulder here with a 3-0 count. Vipers needing 2 base runners. The pitch from Connor Wagner. He shows bunt on 3-0 and takes the pitch in there for strike 1.
Strike. 3 balls in the strike now. Jack Nelson.
3 balls, 1 strike. Mueller aboard at first. Up high, ball 4 in the Viper. Oh, they call that a strike? Huh. Sometimes all you can do is shut your mouth and shake your head. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Nelson.
Counts full to Nelson.
Chopper right side, slow roller. Going to be a tough play for the second baseman, but he gobbles it up and makes a sidearm throw when the inning is over.
Nelson out at first base.
So 4-3 put out Zamar to Nunez to retire the side, but the Vipers do creep a little bit closer. Pick up 1 run on 3 hits. No errors, 1 runner left on base. Will you play through 6? We will go to the 7th, it looks like. You score 4-2.
Make it 4-2 here going into the top of the 7th.
Austin Spielers will stay on and work his second full inning of work. Came on in relief in the 6th inning, retired the 3 batters he faced in order. And again, we'd like to thank our sponsors, our Grand Slam sponsors, Shannon Kramer with Bartlett Real Estate Group, Silverton Custom Homes, and Jason Grimm, our home run sponsor. Our double play sponsors, Sports Clip Haircuts and Craig Smiza with 1835 Realty. Our single play sponsors, Pediatric Dentistry of Steiner Ranch, Trent Reynolds Player Development, Steiner Dental, Pinnacle Sports Performance and Rehabilitation, Candelia Hall, Tomlin Family Orthodontics, and Steiner Wellness and Nutrition, along with our Vype Network sponsor, Academy Sports and Outdoors. Huge thanks again to Jennifer Farrow, Stephen Mueller, everybody associated with the Vandegrifts Baseball Booster Club. Going to be a fun district race, which will resume Tuesday night at Stony Point. For the Troopers, top of the order, Ethan Revilla to lead it off against Austin Spielis. Revilla 1 for 3 with a single and an RBI fielder's choice. Swings on the first pitch will list a pop-up on the infield. It's going to be Braden Buchanan taking charge and squeezes it for out number 1. So far, so good for Spielis. 4 outs on 6 pitches. Kind of hard to top that. As Corby Wagner will step in. Wagner's pitched a great ball game. 1 for 3 with a run scored from the plate. First pitch in there, call strike 1. Misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Wagner. Up high, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Thanks again to Shane Shulwinski, keeping an eye and an ear on the broadcast to make sure that all is well. Nothing more terrifying than not knowing for sure that you're even on the air. 3-1 now to Wagner. McNeil, 3-2 over Elgin final. Walk-off single in the 7th inning. But for the Mavericks, as they get the win over the Wildcats, and that is a walk given up to Wagner. 1 out, 1 aboard for Isaac Herrera. And looks like Wagner's going to run for himself. As Herrera steps in, 1 for 2 with a single and a walk as well. That ball, line shot. They're going to double him up. Double play. A rocket into the glove of Landon Thomas, and he didn't even move except to fire a strike over to Braden Buchanan. And that is a double play. How about that? A line shot to Thomason for out number 2 to retire Herrera. He fires it, and Wagner had no chance. He was halfway between first and second. The 5-3 double play ends the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. That's the good news. The bad news is the Vipers need at least 2 runs here. As we are in the bottom of the 7th inning, still down 4-2. Tell you what, win or lose, I still like the way this team has played. This is a good ball club. And a new pitcher will come in here for the Troopers. Can't read it here on my phone. I didn't want to do that.
We have a new pitcher for the Troopers, number 20, Steven Cerna.
Steven Cerna, yeah, thank you, sir. I couldn't read it on my phone. So Steven Cerna will take over for Wagner. What a job Wagner did. Give you his numbers here in just a second. All he did was give up 2 runs on 6 hits, 3 of those coming in the 6th inning. And not all of them were rocket shots, a lot of bunt singles. Struck out 3, walked 3. And he leaves in position to get the win as Cerna can get the save to close it out. But the Vipers will have something to say about that. 9-1 and 2 hitters due up here. Hudson Lilly due to lead it off.
Hudson Lilly be leading it off. Hudson's 0 for 1, had a walk earlier.
Looking around to see if there's any other changes for
Braden Buchanan.
the Troopers. I don't see anything. Let's see if I can check their outfield real quick. Appears to all be the same for the Troopers as Hudson Lilly steps in to lead off the Viper 7. 2 to tie, 3 to win. Lilly shows bunt, pulls it back in there, called strike 1. Viper fans don't like the call. Awante, Revilla, Nieto, the outfield left to right. Shows bunt again, gets it down in front of the plate. That's going to force them to make a good play. The throw is not going to be in time. Lilly has got good speed. Delgado got to it as quickly as he could, fired it down to first base, but not in time. And the Vipers will bring the tying run to the plate in the form of Braden Buchanan. Lilly aboard at first. We'll have a courtesy runner for him. That's going to be Cade Cunningham again. Speaking of good speed. So Cunningham running for Lilly. Buchanan will step in 0 for 3 in this game. Had a good first game. Facing Cernan now for the first time. Toss over to first, runner back. You would think they'd be pretty conservative here with Cunningham.
Here's Buchanan. He's 0 for 3 here.
With the top of the order due up here. First pitch to Buchanan. One hops up to the plate. Good block by Delgado to keep that from going back to the backstop. 1-0 to Buchanan. 0 for 3 in this game. 2 for 4 with a couple of Fielder's Choice RBIs in the first game. Down low again, ball 2.
Takes ball 2.
Hitters count, 2 balls, no strikes. That pitch floats across the outside corner, 2-1.
Strike, 2 balls and a strike now. Buchanan.
Just missed outside, 3-1.
Jackson Lewis on deck. DH.
Vipers trying to mount the rally here. 3 balls, 1 strike. That's a line shot into center field for a base hit. Tying runs aboard. Buchanan with a rocket up the middle. Cunningham moves up to second. And with nobody out, Jackson Lewis, the designated hitter, will step in, representing the winning run now. Lewis 1 for 2 with a single and a walk in the ball game. Nobody out. Runners at first and second, down by 2. Vandegrift has actually out-hit the Troopers 8-5. Cunningham at second, Buchanan at first, nobody out. Heart of the order up now. That pitch down low, ball 1.
Ball 1. And Thompson on deck for the Vipers.
Vipers trying to pull one out of the fire. Popped up straight back overhead. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Ball and a strike. Nobody out. Here in the bottom of the 7th.
The pitch. Throws behind him. Great job by Delgado. I don't know how he even got out of there to get that ball. Throwing about a foot behind Lures in the count 2-1.
Balls and a strike.
Another hitter's count. Oh, off the bat, handle popped up on the air to the left side, and making the basket catch is the third baseman, Isaac Herrera, for out number 1. Big first out. Now a double play would end the ball game. Landon Thomason might have something to say about that. One out, runners at first and second. Thomason 0 for 3, but he's hit the ball in the outfield twice. Made that great spear on the line shot in the top of this inning. We'll see how aggressive Coach Hickel is as he send the runners to try to get out of the force situation, put them both in scoring position with one away. Cunningham at second, Buchanan at first. No motion there, and a pop up on the infield again. Infield fly rule will be in effect here. And it's the second baseman, Isaiah Zamora, hauling it in for a huge second out. 2 outs now. It'll be up to Gavin Shaddix. Shaddix 0 for 3 in the game. Flew out to right, popped out to second, flew out to left. Cerner trying to put out the uprising and get the save. Shaddix trying to extend the inning for Clayton Moore. Outside corner, strike one. Much to the displeasure of young Mr. Shaddix. Misses outside, ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike to Shaddix.
1-1. Clayton Moore on deck.
1-1 pitch. Tap foul up the third base side. The Vipers are down to the final strike. One and two the count. Shaddix digs back in from the right side. The pitch on its way. High and away, ball 2.
The ball is 2 strikes.
Two and two. Tying runs aboard, but 2 away. Cerner, the lefty, with the pitch. Line shot up the middle and knocked out the second baseman's glove out in the left field. They're going to wave the runner around, and we've got a 1-1 ball game. Interesting how they rule that one. Cunningham scores to make it 4-3. Buchanan standing on second. Shaddix aboard at first. And they're going to call it an error. I think that's a good call. If he feels it, he's got time to toss to the shortstop covering. It is a 1-run ball game, 4-3. We're going to have a pinch hitter here, looks like. No? I thought Coach was discussing a lineup change. He's wanting the umpires to discuss something. It's 4-3. Clayton Moore will step in. Buchanan will be at second. Shaddix at first.
Clayton's 1 for 2 this afternoon.
A base hit will tie it. Moore 1 for 2 with a bunt single, a run scored, and a walk in the game. Long discussion here. This is more than just a cursory discussion, whatever it is. And Coach will get himself a detailed explanation. Doesn't mean he'll be satisfied with it, but he'll get a detailed explanation. Only thing I can think of is if he's thinking that Buchanan, he's going to argue. Well, he's looking over the lineup card. Okay, it looks like he was discussing to make sure that he could bring Cunningham back into the ballgame. So Cunningham, who just scored, is now going to come back in to run for Buchanan and get a little more speed at second base. I think he just wanted to make sure that he could do that since Cunningham just scored. And that's going to draw a discussion from Coach Ruben Munoz from the Eastwood Troopers. If you understand the substitution rules of high school baseball, you are a smarter man than I am, or woman. It is crazy. Well, they're not going to allow. They're going to put Buchanan back on the base pass. During all that, the Troopers have brought in a new third baseman. To shore up the defense a little bit. Ivan Macias will take over third base. Give him a couple of warm-up tosses. Meanwhile, Steven Cerna is standing around in the pitcher's mound. Yeah, I was just going to say that. I'm not sure why he's not taking some tosses to home. Oh, maybe because he's not going to pitch. They've swapped out pitchers. Everybody moving everywhere here. The new pitcher is going to be Isaac Herrera. All right, okay, I've got it. So Isaac Herrera is going to take over pitching duties from Cerna. He moves in from third base, which explains why Ivan Macias has taken over at third base. Meanwhile, we think Buchanan is going to stay at second base, representing the tying run with 2 outs. So the outfield remains the same, Juante Revilla Nieto. The infield is now Macias, Gomez, Zamora, and Nunez. Delgado behind the plate and Isaac Herrera to try to close it out to face Clayton Moore. You got all that? Buchanan at second, representing the tying run. Shaddix will be at first base, representing the winning run. And it's in the hands of Clayton Moore. Good thing the first part of the game was zipped right along because we've come to a creeping standstill here. But we've got 1 run or 1 out to get. What'll it be?
Clayton Moore up at the plate for the Vipers. The chance to out of this ball game.
Moore will step in. Peyton Grimm on deck. If Moore can extend the game. The high drama of baseball. Here we go. Moore will step in. 1 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. 2 away. Tying run at second. Winning run at first. Here comes Moore. Pitch up high. Oh, they call it a strike. Strike 1. Wow. Moore walking away, shaking his head. Coach Hicko walking away, probably so he doesn't get in trouble. No balls, 1 strike. Strike two, and Moore very upset and demonstrative. They may have thrown him out.
Strike two. Clayton Moore.
Two high pitches called strikes that weren't strikes. Moore voiced his opinion. Now it remains to be seen if he's been tossed. A strange inning to this game with all this discussions about base runners and all the defensive changes. Well, I would hate it if he did get thrown out of the game, but he's right. Those are bad calls. So he's been thrown out.
How do you score this?
So now we'll see who's going to step in and complete the at-bat. Something I don't think I've ever seen before.
Clayton Moore. Two-strike count.
Crazy finish. Shook his head at the first one. Apparently said something on the second one. And the umpire, who must have really thin skin, has tossed him out of the ball game. Meanwhile, again, Isaac Guerrero just standing on the pitcher's mound instead of at least taking some warm-up tosses.
Looks like number 6, Tyler Hubbard.
And it's going to be Tyler Hubbard going to come in to complete the at-bat. No pressure. Game on the line. Coming off the bench cold, facing an 0-2 count. Hubbard, of course, played in the early game. So Hubbard will dig in, runners at first and second with 2 away. No balls and 2 strikes to him.
Tyler had a couple of hits earlier today against Glenn High School. 2 strikes. 2 outs.
Herrera trying to close it out. The pitch to Hubbard. Down low ball. That was a brave young man to take that pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One and 2 the count.
2 strikes.
On its way. Brushed him off the plate. 2 and 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Peyton Grimm on deck if Hubbard can extend the inning. Two and 2. Buchanan representing the tying run. Shattuck's the winning run at first. If Hubbard can bring him around. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's the ball game.
That's the ball game.
Well, the Vipers
4-3 Troopers.
gave it a run, tried to come back and pull it out. Just couldn't quite do it. They fall here by a final score of 4-3 to the Eastwood Troopers, a good-looking ball club out of El Paso. Unofficial numbers here for the Troopers. 4 runs on 5 hits, no errors. 4, 5. They left 5 runners on base. The winning pitcher, I believe, will be Corby Wagner, who pitched 6 solid innings of work. Not sure who gets the save there, Cerner or Herrera.
Ball game played by both teams.
And El Paso Eastwood improves to 9-6-1. Best of luck to them in the rest of their tournament. And good luck. Safe travels on the way back to El Paso. For the VANDEGRIFT Vipers, 3 runs on 8 hits, 2 errors. 2, 4, 5, 6, 8 runners left on base. Hard luck loser will be Dylan Mulcahy. He pitched pretty darn well. Nice job in relief by Austin Spiels as well, but the Vipers dropped this ball game by a final score of 4-3 to drop to 8-3 on the season. More baseball coming up tomorrow here on Vype Live, weather permitting, against Alamo Heights, the Mules at 12:30, and then a 3 o'clock contest against Flower Mound, if Mother Nature will cooperate with us here. And if not, we'll be back on Saturday when things clear out. Either way, we'll have more baseball for you here this weekend on Vype.com. You'll find the links posted there. District play resuming on Tuesday night. Those broadcasts will be free. All the remaining district broadcasts starting on Tuesday night will be free the rest of the way for the viewer. But for now, I want to thank Shane Shawinski, our QA this afternoon, doing a great job keeping an eye and an ear on the broadcast. Our technical director, Cinna Vincott, Jennifer Farrow, Stephen Mueller, everybody with the VandeGrift Vipers baseball booth.